MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of the National League Championship Series between the Washington Nationals and the San Diego Padres. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, obviously, a lot of things still up in the air as we get ready for Game 6.
Yeah, you see the results through the first 5 games. It's been everything we could have hoped for. And now, at 3 games to 2, you've got a team coming in here that needs to win the final 2 games on the road to take the series. Going to be a tall order to...
Mike Clevenger will do the pitching with a trip to the World Series on the table. Dan, any thoughts?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And we are set for baseball here this evening. And now the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
2 mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to. I wouldn't be shocked if he came right at him again with another good one.
Here it comes, 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes again.
Temperature starting to drop as the sun goes down. 56 degrees here at first pitch. Another 1-2 delivery. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. After it is Myers. And no one will track it down. Here it comes again, 1-2. Smoke toward the hole. And this will get through into right. And he's aboard with a single.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and they'll throw it. Nice Nice job by the offensive player to get himself a base hit.
With Merrifield next to hit. And she'll take a changeup here for strike one. Fastball called for strike two. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
Now to the plate, here is Juan Soto. First pitch coming, here it is. Merrifield, runner at first with one gone in the inning. Strike two as that's taken on the outside part of the plate.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
And now the 0-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Kyle Schwarber is in the 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. A runner on first with 2 away. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
This one's down to third. Machado has it. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. One left for Washington, and now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. Now to the plate, Tommy Pham. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. Top toward the second baseman. Merrifield scoops it up, and a good throw gets him one gun. Here's Will Myers. His career batting line with Patrick Corbin. He's a .375 hitter. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Strike one to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here. Having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. The 0-1 on its way. And that one got a piece of it.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Hit in the air down the right field line. Robles is there, 2 down. And they'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. So now here is Trent Grisham looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat. Now here's the first offering. As he'll cut on and miss with a good slider at the knees for strike one.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
inside with the sinker, and that'll keep him honest at the plate.
Yeah, he's letting these guys know early on. He's not going to be afraid to work inside. I'm interested to see if that takes some of the aggressiveness away from these hitters.
Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. Gone. And that one has some extra distance. Three-run home run down the line in right. Second home run of the series. And the Friars have moved out in front 3-0.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now. And first pitch misses to him. It's ball one. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Ball on the strike to the Padres' first baseman.
Hey, I love that pitch right there. Better execution after just giving up an extra base hit.
Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now, he needs to think about this hitter.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now 3-0 San Diego. All set for the start of the inning, and set to go as the third baseman, Luis Garcia.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game. Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a liner. Coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first down. Striding in is Yan Gomes. First offering. Hey! Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with another 0-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Pham is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Victor Robles digging in now. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way. You have to be diving and leaning that over.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail in this one 3-0. First offering on its way. Jake Cronenworth swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Well, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches. So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Yan Gomes, catcher. Calls a really good game. Pitchers seem to love throwing to this guy. And don't get it twisted, he can run into a 3-run homer as well.
Victor Caratini comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone.
He's looking a lot sharper and settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he popped him up. Right fielder coming on. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. But they lead it. Now it'll be Ryan Zimmerman. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Pham has him played perfectly as he puts it away for round number 1. 1 away now, the Washington 3rd, and that sends Patrick Corbin to the plate next. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Hit down the third baseline. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. The relay. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with the double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Here now is Trey Turner. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He singled to open up the ball game. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Next to stand in is Whit Merrifield, runner in scoring position with Cigar. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Good curveball, strike 2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Myers is under it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Nationals lead 1. Still down 3-0. Back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here, similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Robles is there. One pitch, one out. So here's Will Myers. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. A ball and no strikes. One out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. And another foul ball. Again, a 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And in steps Manny Machado. Hot shot on the ground to short. Beautiful diving stop. What an outstanding play to end the inning. The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. More from Game 6 after this message and a word from our local stations. All set for the start of the fourth. And that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. First pitch coming, here it is. As he takes a cold strike on the black, it's 0-1. Surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber, who bounced out last time up. Infield in the overshift here, now the pitch. And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Turned on down the line, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. Onto the party porch, and gone.
Well, it took long enough, but they're finally on the board. We might look back at this shot as a spark they needed to make their bats come alive. Then again, it might just be a blip on the radar. We'll see how the rest of the game unfolds.
And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. And he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw in time at first for out number 2. So stepping in is Victor Robles, struck out in his first at-bat. Comes set, here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and lift the ball fouled off to the left and out of play. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Swing and miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. 0-2 once more. Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Nats draw just a bit. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. No balls and one strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. So one down, no one aboard. And that brings up Trent Grisham.
That last at that home run, that was a changeup that was played. That he went out and hooked it, he pulled it. So if I'm going to throw that changeup again, I might throw that thing on the inside part of the plate. This guy looks like he has pretty good coverage on that outer third of the plate.
So two are gone in the Padre fourth. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Now the pitch.
Ball one, no strike.
Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Padres down in order, and it's still. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the power-hitting first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. It up 1-1. Skied into straightaway right. Myers is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now to bat, Patrick Corbin. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that on his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Tatis takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. So the Nats lineup turns over, and to the plate, Trey Turner. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one.
Kind of surprised not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Grounded to short. He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. They still trail it here 3-1. Plate is Jake Cronenworth. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much just disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up. Well, it's been a while since they had a base runner, more than 3 innings to be precise, but they've got one now. We'll see if they can get a little something going here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Victor Caratini stands in as he swings and misses for strike one.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
The 0-1 on its way. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
In the dirt here, and he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. Don't forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, I know what he was thinking there. The pitch before was way out of the zone, and he was hacking. So the pitcher says, hey, if he's going to swing at that, how about this? Solid strategy, except this time it didn't work out, and it's a wild pitch.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal, hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. From the belt, the pitch. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. So next to bat will be Tommy Pham. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him.
Ball inside.
Now the 1-0. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Soto finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. Padres lead 1 as the lead remains 3-1. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
Hold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Juan Soto to the plate now. He grounded out last time up. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
He's rolling so far in this one as we head in the middle part of this game. About 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
And a swing and misses. They got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Wow, talk about blowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around. And these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
Here it comes. Kyle Schwarber is in with 2 away as he takes them all 1-0. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Stepping up is Will Myers. Struck out in his last trip to the plate. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. Herder fields it cleanly, and the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Digging in next, Manny Machado grounded out in his last at-bat. In there at the knees, strike 1.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Lying toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Next is Fernando Tatis Jr. to the left side, but it's well fouled. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Hit high and deep out to left field. Soto is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Grisham stride in one more time as we flash you back to earlier. This is a big blow right here as he leaves the yard with plenty to score from the stretch. And he puts it on the ground to second. Diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
That was a nasty sinker right there. Sometimes you get a little luck on the offensive side. Definite ground ball with eyes right there.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in as he lines it hard to the right side but out of play. No hits to this point. And it's fouled away. Comes on 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw and wound up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Boy, this is a big inning for him. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic, you got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
Ryan Harper answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Standing in now, Jake Cronenworth. Swinging a ball hard hit toward deep right. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Another look here at the gorgeous catch that strands the bases loaded. We've got more. It's Game 6, and we're back after this. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Luis Garcia. First pitch of the AB on its way. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1.
This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
High in the air out to center field. Grisham is under it to make the catch for out number 1. Next, it'll be Yan Gomes, who was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he put the string on him. 1-2.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get him out.
And struck him out. So now to the plate, Victor Robles. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him. Changeup, called strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and this, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of the spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for it.
Lifted down the line and left. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. One and two, here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nationals gone in order, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Digging in, the switch hitter, Victor Caratini. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Schwarber is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. Nelson Cruz steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with 1 gone in the inning. And now the first pitch, as he'll swing and pop this one up near second base. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2. 2 outs now in the San Diego 7th. And up next it'll be the outfielder Tommy Pham. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Popped up. Gomes over to his left. And that's the 3rd out. Keonikela enters from the pen to start the 8th, and it's quite possible they'll ask him to pitch 2 full innings to close this out. Ryan Zimmerman is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1.
You like the modern style of baseball? Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
Way the 0-2 pitch, and this is swung on and missed by Zimmerman as he sat down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So his day over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the San Diego starter. He really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Oh, heater gets turned around.
With Merrifield next to bat. So take a look at the strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Turner's on his horse on his way to second. Well behind the plate. That's an easy stolen base.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Got it. One left for Washington. They still trail it here 3-1. Tanner Rainey is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Will Myers. First pitch of the AB on its way. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Wow, I love to watch a guy who's not afraid to move a hitter's feet. You work inside like that, all of a sudden guys aren't likely to dive out on over the plate.
Count now a ball and a strike. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will wind up a foul ball. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's Manny Machado now. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch on its way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. And that is off the wall. Around second now, they're still searching for it out there. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Every center fielder dreads this kind of a play, right? The ball's hit right at him and over his head. He turns and runs, leaps for it, but just can't make the play. It ends up coming off the wall, and by the time he can get the ball back in, it was a guaranteed triple.
Fernando Tatis Jr. is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Machado stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
To 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning. He was definitely pitching for it with a runner on third and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
Fouled off. Boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Popped him up. Turner waits on it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. 1 left for San Diego, and it's still 3-1. Here now is Juan Soto, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
Fielded cleanly on the first, and that is a big out to start the night. Next, here is Kyle Schwarber, who lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. 1-1 to Schwarber.
That's a surprising late swing on a heater, middle cut right there. In a fastball count, he's going to have to turn it up a notch.
1 out, nobody on. Ball and 2 strikes now.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier, making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. A little bounce out. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And a fastball blew it right by him. And there's 2 down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
And now here is Luis Garcia. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Luis Garcia at the plate now. He's quickly behind 0-1. Hit weakly back to the mound. And the gas lamp will be lit tonight. The Padres are National League champs.
Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our excellent crew, this is Matt Vasgersian saying so long. You've been watching the National League Championship Series. Mm-hmm.